Welcome back to another episode of Exploring Whiskeys. I'm Eric.
I'm Kevin. Today, I'm going to head back over to Scotland. This will be a little bit interesting because I believe, I'm pretty sure this might be our first blended scotch. So we are going to do Johnnie Walker, the black label. This is, well, it's not their intro. There is the red label, but
It's a step up.
yeah, it's a small step up, but this is really kind of the intro of a line. You will notice it's a slightly smaller bottle that decided to do it as a little sample pack. So we'll be doing, there's 3 other ones that came in that little sample pack. So we'll be doing them over the next handful of weeks, but wanted to start with pretty much the baseline, or at least the most known label out of all of them. Johnnie Walker himself he started as a grocer in 1819.
Yep.
Became popular because of what he did with his whiskeys. So
He did kind of what started a trend, I guess. They had all single malts, but they all kind of had, I would say, varying tastes. But he started blending them to try to develop a more consistent flavor taste.
Yeah.
I really like to say that.
and that ultimately became a pretty popular thing. And then he's passed it down, and it stayed within that family for a long time. At least 150, probably 75 years. And then ultimately at some point they got bought out by Diageo, but it just kind of got passed down and they kept doing their thing. So it's kind of an interesting idea.
Yeah.
Blend them all together and try to get.
It's a little interesting history on the bottle, too.
Yeah.
Once he started blending his whiskeys together, he would work with the ships that would come to port and get them to actually carry his scotch wherever they were going, and end up developing a reputation for himself. But even with the bottle, he went with a square bottle, really for the shipping purposes.
Less shifting as
Yeah.
they're
Less
being
less
thrown on
breakage.
Yeah. They ended up designing that so that more of the whiskey arrived wherever those ships were going. So kind of a little ingenious thing too, and unique. I think everybody does their own thing, but that round shape is pretty standard. So having it like this, it's kind of a neat little thing. It stands out.
And everyone recognizes the logo.
Yes. Yeah. That was kind of funny. That's always at a 20-degree tilt.
Correct.
Kind of I'm not sure what that came up with, but interesting idea. Little labeling, a little marketing. That's kind of interesting.
It's light.
It's light. I know it's a blended scotch, so it's a lot of different malt. There's a lot of malt.
Yeah.
That's sweet,
Yeah, it's definitely
honey
got the
malt.
sweet.
Light oil, not too crazy, but light color, which makes sense. I didn't check to see if there's any coloring in this guy. Forgot to do that. Got called out on a prior video for referring to a very dark scotch that's because they added color to it, which apparently is fine.
Even the first taste, it's sweet, very smooth.
Ooh, but there's a little smoke in there.
Just a little.
That's a little surprising. I wasn't expecting that. I don't remember that. That's the funny part. I guess I don't remember that. But they actually say it's a blend of the 4 corners of Scotland. I don't think it's the 5 regions of Scotland. I can't remember what the saying is, but it's supposed to be a blend of, different regions. And there's just a little hint of that Islay in there. But a lot of the Highland, Speyside, fruity, sweet honey comes through too.
Yep.
It's kind of a neat, I like that. It's like the Ardbeg muted down a touch on the nose doesn't come through as powerful, but you get a little bit of that Islay with a whole lot of everything else. That's really nice, actually.
I've had this before, but it's probably been 5 or 6 years ago, if not longer. I kind of forgot what it tastes like.
That's what I knew I wanted when I saw it on the shelf. I was like, oh yeah, 4 bottles, perfect. Like we can fly through them, but I couldn't remember what the note or flavors or notes or anything from it, because honestly, last time I had it, I probably wasn't thinking about notes or flavors or any of that kind of stuff. I was probably doing it as a shot of some sort. Yeah, that's not
a lot of smoky on the aftertaste for me.
Yeah, it sits on the back. Like
Yeah.
it's in the back of the throat of where that smoke is. The
really
sweet's all in the front.
Yep.
It is a blend. It really feels like a couple different whiskeys. Yeah, all in one shot. The smoothness makes sense, 80 proof.
Yeah.
But 12 year, pretty solid. That's nothing to, that's a pretty solid amount. Though, again, comparing that to some of the whiskeys that I know aren't colored, there's a little bit of color here.
Yeah.
Like the Ardbeg is either 10 or 12 years, and it's so much lighter than this. So I don't know. Well, I'm not sure about that one. Maybe I can throw that as a little note someplace in post-production. But outside of that, so 12 year, 80 proof, blended.
Price is what?
Upper 30 for
35, 40 bucks.
35 to 40 bucks for a 750 of this.
This is a pretty easy bottle to find too.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, there's not a lot of hunting involved in this guy. It's on every major shelf. It's pretty much in every bar back has that sitting there. Most of the time, if you ask for a scotch, that's probably what you're going to get.
You don't see the green very often.
No.
You find the blue. It's in a box. It's usually on the top shelf.
That's usually a little bit pricier of a bottle, but that's, again, I'm going to say I'm pleasantly surprised with how that comes off. I would say 10 years ago, I wouldn't have liked that. But now that we've been playing, now we've been playing in some of those, crazy smoky Islas and, going down the weird rabbit holes with the Irishes and the Asian whiskeys. That's kind of a nice blend of a lot of different notes. That's very enjoyable.
It's an easy drinker. I think it's a pretty simple scotch. You said you get that sweetness on the front and kind of that smokiness towards the back and the finish, and kind of hangs out for a little bit. But I mean, overall, I enjoyed this one. Yeah,
that's, again, nicer than I expected. I didn't have high hopes, but I'm pleasantly surprised at that one. And at $35, and again, if you're trying to explore outside of like your normal whiskey habits, not too bad.
Yeah, I'm anxious to try the other three.
I know. I'm really interested too. I don't even remember what the three are, but I know it ends in the blue. So
very nice.
Yeah, that'll be an enjoyable one. So.
Well, I've enjoyed dipping our toe in the Johnnie Walker line.
Yeah.
Hope all of you at home did as well. If you did, we'd encourage you to hit the like button at the bottom of the screen.
While you're down there, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon if you want to get notified every time we put on the new show, and let us know. What are your thoughts? Is this something you used to drink and not really enjoy, but you drank it just because you drank it? Or have you played in the Johnnie Walker line and really
What's your
started
favorite?
to enjoy
What's
it?
your favorite Johnnie Walker? What's your favorite color?
Yeah, well,
we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, and we'll be adding our own commentary as far as that goes. So,
well, again, thanks for joining us. We look forward to seeing you on the next episode.
Thanks for watching. Cheers.
Cheers.